Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Myself Deepak Kumar Samal. I welcome all of you to my channel Quality Magnify India. I have a request to all of you. I saw when my views there are more than 80% people who are viewing my channel, they are not subscribing to this channel. So I kindly request you do the subscription of these channels, which will help me, which will give me a boost to make more and more videos. So friends, let's start my 100-second YouTube video, which is gaskets. Gasket, hopefully, who is working on the industrial sectors, they have knowledge on that, why a gasket is used, what is the purpose of using a gasket, what are the different types of gaskets are there, how a gasket selection will be done, which is very important. Gasket selection is very important. How you can choose which type of gasket is required. Okay, depends upon the pressure, depend upon the temperature, depend upon the flange phase, depend upon the flange material type. Okay, how to choose a gasket types. So I will describe those in brief. Okay, if you need in detail, just let me know in comment. One by one we can explore that. Okay, so let's start gasket. So gaskets are relatively softer material which are inserted between flange in order to avoid leakage. So how you connect two spools? How you connect two pipes? You have to connect two pipes or two spools with some type of flange connection. Okay, either you have to weld it, you have to welding is a permanent type of joint. Okay, if there is a temporary joint you need, then it's a flange connection with fasteners. Okay, in future if you need any maintenance, you can remove that flange and you can take that spool. If the spool is damaged or something, you can insert a new spool and you can do that. So flange to flange connection, if you do that, a leak cannot be avoided in flange to flange connection. So there must be some gap. So that gap is filled by a gasket. Okay, gasket usually a softer material than the flange face. Okay, than the flange. If a flange is metallic, that doesn't mean always a gasket is metallic. Okay, you can use a rubber type, you can use asbestos types. As I told from the beginning, it's depend upon the flow, the temperature, the flange type, the flange face type. Okay, so tightening the bolts cause the gasket material to flow into the minor machining imperfections, resulting in a fluid tight seal. If you see the flange face, in the flange face there are minor machining was done. Okay, minor machining was done. We measure it with AARH value. We call it arithmetic roughness hardness. Okay, value. Okay, so those rough hardness is filled by these soft materials. Okay, so if there is a flange this flange is this side, then when you tight with the bolts, okay, before tightening the bolts you have to put one gasket inside. Okay, gasket thickness is usually very minimum thickness. Okay, you put the gasket inside and you have to do the turking. When you do the turking, due to turking in the flange face there are minor grooves which will be filled by this gasket, because gasket is a softer type of material. Then this gasket will avoid the liquid to leak from that flange. Okay, that is the purpose of using a gasket. Gaskets are made of materials which are not chemically affected by the fluid in the pipe, which are resistant to deterioration by the temperature. So as I told from the beginning, it depends upon what is the temperature of fluid inside, what is the pressure of the fluid inside, what type of fluid it is corrosive fluids, it is an acid, it is a gas, what type of fluid. So based on that we choose our gasket. Okay, so gaskets are resilience materials, as I told in the previous slide. It is inserted between the flanges. Okay, and it is compressed by the fasteners to create a leak proof joint. So gasket standards, how many what are the standards which can give you the guidance for what type of gaskets to be used and what is the thickness of that gasket or what is the material of the gaskets. So ASME B16.20 is metallic gasket for pipe flanges. As I told, we use metallic, non-metallic both. ASME B16.21 is non-metallic gasket for pipe flanges. API 601 is metallic gasket for refinery piping. BS 3381 is metallic spiral wound gaskets. IS 2721 is compressed asbestos fiber jointings. Okay. So gasket types are full face. Okay. If the flange is like that, then the gasket covering the full face of the flange, it is called full face. Inside bolt circle, maybe some of the gaskets you will find there is hole, okay, to go to allow the bolts inside. Spiral wound gaskets, there are some serrations on the face of the gaskets. Ring type, okay, it's a ring type. I will show you some ring type gasket. And metal jacketed, there are metal jacketed gaskets are also there. I have few photos in the next slides, you can see that. So gasket materials can be metallic, can be non-metallic, and can be composite, both metallic and non-metallic. Gasket materials can be graphite, rubber, Teflon, PTFE, compressed non-asbestos fibers. It can be any of the materials. So when you are using PTFE or compressed non-asbestos fiber or rubber, it is more corrosive resistance. Okay. So here are few of the gaskets I have given you. This is ring type. Okay. In the ring type, you can see here it is written manufactured according to ASME 16.20. As I told, 16.20 is for metallic. Okay. Outer centering ring, and it is given diameter and pressure classes. Outer ring material. So if you receive a gasket, these are the things you can read it and you can find out what this gasket means. Okay. This is a full face gasket. This is the inside bolt circle. Okay. It is coming inside of the bolt circle. Okay, the bolt circle is outside and it is inside the bolt circle. In full face there is bolt holes. Okay, the gasket is there and there is bolt holes. So spiral wound metallic gasket, they can also be used in low temperature applications such as chemical plants, research laboratories, and cryogenic facilities. Cryogenic means where the low temperature. Spiral wound gaskets are most often used in pumps, pipes, valves, and heat exchangers, and systems that encounter high pressure, extreme temperature, and chemical attack. Full face and inside bolt circles, a full face gasket covers the entire face of the flange. Full face gaskets are typically used on flat face flanges. Flat face, if you see the flange face, if you don't know the flange face type, you can go to my previous videos where I have explained flange type and flange face. Okay, are cut into bolt holes which allow the insertion of flange bolts through the gasket. A gasket lying wholly within a ring of bolt is called inside bolt circle gaskets. Inside bolt circle gasket means the gasket is lying wholly within the ring. Okay, the bolt hole is on the top side and the gasket is below that. Okay, ring type gasket, ring joint gaskets are metallic sealing rings suitable for high pressure and high temperature application and are fitted in ring groups. Okay, ring type gaskets are usually used for suitable for high pressure and high temperature applications. They are widely used in oil and petrochemical industry and in valve and pipe work. Metal jacketed, they are traditionally used for heat exchanger applications, pumps and valves, although the resilience and recovery properties of these gaskets are limited. So as I told you, if you need to know more about these gaskets, then you need to visit all those codes I have explained in my previous slides. Okay, you need to read it, and if you need to know more about that, then put comment in my video. I will make an entire video for how to select the type of gaskets for which service. Okay, the selection of gaskets. So that's all, friend. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you are gaining a lot of knowledge from that and using in your professional life. Kindly share this video with your family and friends, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel if you are new to this channel. Thank you very much.